bag, strap yourself in, start making friends the American way. Exploder. Evacuator Part 2. Rated PG. May include patriotic garbage.
So, hello everyone and welcome back to...
You son of a... I want to hear you. I am not... I want to hear you. Go play with the trap. Mr. Zoo.
Okay, and which do you prefer?
I want that.
What's your name, Mr. Zoo or Pat Pointer Thingy?
Oh, I don't mind, babe. Whatever you fancy. Fine by me, as long as we talk about animals. I don't give a damn what you call me. As long as it ain't Sheila or something.
You're silly, Mr. Zoo. Why would I call you Sheila?
I don't know, love. You tell me.
Oh, this is getting confusing. It says here your name is Mr. Zoo, and now you're saying your name is Pat Flanagan, and now you're saying it's Sheila?
Yeah, doll, the name ain't Sheila. That's a Sheila's name. It's an Australian joke.
Don't make us chase you.
Leave me alone, mister.
Come on, he's going down right now.
to use this.
Give me your best shot, big
You can't run, officer.
Yo, you just ran into my car!
You're surrounded.
Yo, my man, you blocking up the street! Why you so damn rude?
Definitely fresh for all you fly guys and fly girls, troopers and troopettes. Check it out your own wild style. Now stay out of trouble and stay out of... You breaking I'm gonna trash your face. This is no... You little winner. Ow! I'm gonna trash your face up, bro. I told you not to annoy me. This is no good. I'm gonna trash your face up, bro.
Goodbye, we. You live in one piece. You I will them. Don't push it. Sorry, but I need this.
Female human? She's on heat right ready, mate. Looks like you'd have a female human when she ain't on heat and would throw a drink over your face if you grab her behind and start trying anything intimate. You can't tell the difference. I know that only too well. But take a forker monkey from the jungles of the Philippines. When she's on heat, her behind sticks up and glows bright red and she makes a sound a bit like this. And any fool or thing that can tell she's ripe and ready for action certainly clears up any confusion.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Or a female black widow spider. Now, they eat their mates after the deed, as they say it's done.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. That certainly puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
I've never done that.
No, but you can now, because you're the same. Well, more or less the same. I mean, that's the funny thing about my work, about genesthetics.
Oh, God, the world is so complicated.
There are also lots of tiny differences between animals. You know what a species is, don't you?
Yes.
It's an animal which has other animals which are quite a bit like it. A dog is a species, but a cat isn't, because there's lots of cats. However, I've discovered out there...
Nice shirt.
When you go downtown, make sure you enjoy Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts.
This is no joke, shithead. Think you can mess with us?
You morons still learn nothing.
Wasted for all this price. You gotta control. I'm gonna crash your face up, bro. Come on! You what now? We're the security
You
asshole.
can't run, officer.
I've got enough of you, asshole!
You and me, you ready to meet your You will feel the pain. Don't push it. I've already died once. You're gonna scare me. Come on.
I ain't going nowhere.
Fuck, no?
I just bought these.
White House
A man you can trust. A local man who likes golf and laughing and photo opportunities at your store or place of business. Just send me a letter. I'll send you an automated photocopied response. We call it democracy, and that's where the money goes.
Just a minute.
Don't interrupt. Let me finish.
But you're not...
This man won't let me speak. You, sure. 3 inches, which means I'm a lot more respectable looking. Everyone knows politicians lie and steal and cheat, but at least with me in charge, you know I look good and I have a very supercilious manner. Besides which, I've been abroad and I prefer it here because I'm a man of the people. Vote shrub. You'll get richer and you won't feel guilty about it.
Enough! We're running out of time, and you completely failed to answer the question.
I'm a professional. That's my job.
And Mr. Hickory, what about you?
All right. These problems are typical of what happens with an open border to the north. The state is filling up with trash. People who can't tell the difference between a swamp and a marsh. Guys who don't know the first thing about the legality of marrying within the family. That's why we need a river. People, I'm telling you, pick up your spades, go into your garden, start digging as deep and as far as you can. Pretty soon the whole state will be flooded and ruined, and then they'll have to leave. We must build a moat to the north or they will come down and ruin this Stupid question of all the cheek.
Were you?
Of course not. No one's been born in Florida since 1877, but I've been here for 5 years, which is a very long time.
Yes, it is. A very long time. Almost as long as this show. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez, presiding over some of the least informed debate on the radio. In this episode of Pressing the Issue, we had Alex Shrub, Callum Crayshaw, and John Florida Hickory discussing safety. I guess you've all got to make up your minds. Should we be as wet as fish or a corrupt money-grabbing thief? Gentlemen, I feel we really got somewhere, and that Vice City and people everywhere know a lot more than they did before we began. And now, over to Jonathan and Melissa to talk to you about public radio in your area.
You're listening to VCPR, the radio station for disoriented and unrealistic college professors who wear fuzzy sweaters and find everything terribly interesting. I'm Michelle Montanius.
And I'm Jonathan Freeloader. Public radio is very important. You may have heard my recent hour-long story about my hike in the park.
That was fascinating and very important for everyone, even the blind. Play a selection, Jonathan.
I think this is the part where I came to the big tree.
I almost felt like I was there. You won't get this kind of nauseating detail on commercial radio. VCPR is 100% commercial free. Absolutely nothing interrupts your enjoyment of our fine programming and ability to tackle the important things like Jonathan's walk in the park. But we need you. Think of yourself as a member of this station, except you aren't allowed in the doors. That's an important metaphor for life.
Yes, how wonderful would it be to own an hour of this radio station? We just got an enormous pledge from Farewell Ranch. That's great. Farewell Ranch is a great place to take your loved one. Just dial 866-9-BURY-ME. Remember, VCPR is commercial and interest-free. Donate your money now. Let's get back to pressing issues.
Thank you, guys. So, we're back on Pressing Issues. Just one of many fine shows you'll hear if you have the patience to listen to public radio. Although thanks to the many awards we have won, Pressing Issues has extended playtime and is the #1 rated show in the Vice City area. I'm your very entertaining host, Maurice Chavez, a man climbing the broadcasting ladder at a rate of 6 knots. 6 years ago, I was a clown, and now I'm a success. Think about it. Imagine where I could be in 10 years. I could achieve anything. Anyway, morality. What is it? Why do we need it? Our ancestors... I asked myself, that is a perfect subject for a region-wide discussion show, which is very lucky because I happen to host one. To discuss the subject of morality, we have firebrand preacher Pastor Richards, the head of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of, or is it MAPS? MAP-K? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now. or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Nature is News, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here. It's my right as a person.
Yes. Let's start with...
Ay, no, ¿qué le pasa, tío? Hey, Mario. Your problems with this. I got those clothes you want.
In my house, nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I haven't worn clothes since 19...